Hawks? What's going on? It's your boy Mo Diggs. We got Jello from Chi Town, Mark the director at the home base holding it down, and After Harley's gonna join us pretty soon. So
Shit.
apparently there was a Marco group chat that said Angelo was gonna be talking about food tonight. I got no idea because I must have just fell asleep during that Marco Polo because sometimes our Marco Polo messages talk about a lot of different things in a lot of time and you just kind of space out.
What's up? So
So
essentially,
what's going on?
all I told is like I wanted Angelo to be able to add something into his flavor, right? So I said
Add
like cool
a
thing that
flavor.
would be because he
How
misses us,
dare
we
you
miss
want to
him,
add
and he
sugar to
misses
just
Florida.
Kool-Aid?
Is why don't you compare it? Like why don't you like grab something and maybe it's created better over there, or maybe it's created worse, and talk about it.
Alright,
You know
so
what? Okay, that's a cool idea.
listen. Florida, you definitely have more freedoms in Florida. Okay. It's definitely cheaper to live in Florida. But the food here is amazing. Between the Italian beef, like it's all good. The pizza I feel is close to like my hometown slices and shit. Like it's good food. But my god, can it be expensive? Like you could get a pie for like almost $40 one pie. It's $40. Yeah. And that's nothing extra. That's just a normal amount of toppings on it. Now, there are decent, you know, my god. I don't know why I just wanted to call it pie. There are decent like pizzas that you could get for like around 20, but my god, it could get expensive. Like for instance, I got to pay a plastic tax, a sugar tax, city tax, state tax, federal tax. Like you name it, there's tax. I got to pay taxes. Now, not just any normal taxes, like you get your registration done every 1 or few years, depending on the sticker you get, but like this shit has to be inspected, has to go, like everything has to be like in line. Like you can't even have anything straight pipe. Like the only thing you can have straight pipe is a bike, and the pipe has to be a certain length because if not, it's too loud and could break ordinances. And then even if it is straight pipe, you can only like ride it in between the hours of like 7:30 and like 8:30, 9 o'clock during the week, and I think 10:30, 11 the latest on the weekends, because like the noise ordinance. It's ridiculous, and because there's snow and there's so much like ups and downs and bridges here, the normal speed limit around here, no lie, is 35. Second is 40, and then less. Like it's ridiculous. I don't blame them for being safe because there's a lot of kids and everything, but my god, is it annoying. And there's a stop sign every like 20 feet. Like, no joke. Um, but other than that, uh, I do miss the palm trees, but there's color everywhere. Uh, there's more of a city royal feel to it. Like it's very, very rural in the area that we're in. Um, we have a train track right behind the house. So at first that was annoying, but once you get used to it, you kind of sleep through it. And the snow really. That's the only thing I'm not looking forward to is taxes, the price of everything, and the snow. Like, and being far as hell away from everyone. Like, yeah, I see you guys, I talk to you guys like every day, but it's not the same. I can't bean dip you. I like like I'm gonna have to get like some type of like mannequin throw some man tits on that bitch and just be like, but it still won't be the
Yeah.
same. You won't have that warmth.
All
You
right.
won't get that.
Or-
All right.
Oh, but the food is just outstanding though. I can't lie. Like there's legit Italian delis around here with like fresh cut within like a day or so ago to like the earliest that day, prosciutto and shit. Like it's phenomenal. You're gonna pay for it, but it's phenomenal. Is there something else I was supposed to say about it, Marco?
No, I just wanted you to have fun about it. I didn't know you were gonna be like all. I wanted you to. I wanted you to trash Florida if it needed to, or trash where you're at if it needed to. That's really what I kind of wanted you to do.
He was looking for an over the top reaction to the
Yeah.
food, but that's okay.
I mean,
I-
like,
I get what you're saying.
oh my god, oh my god.
What, the spider's family is coming for revenge?
Fucking shit, it's huge. And there's two of them.
There's two of them. See if you get it on camera. Put that on over the top.
That is an ugly bitch.
Spiders.
They stay there
But
like
the-
wood spiders and wolf spiders, but these are totally different.
Well,
Like,
show us. I don't see
I
nothing.
can't.
Whoa.
I'm not getting closer to that bitch. Okay.
Why?
Because I can't zoom in.
I didn't know you were such a pussy.
Listen, I don't like spiders. Alright. And it's underneath the door, so like I feel like if I try to stomp it out, I'm going to freaking hit my head on the garage door.
Throw a shoe at it. Why don't you throw your shoe at it?
Huh?
See the one that was wrapped around the whole
Listen,
freaking doorbell the other day? It's
It
still there the
is-
whole day. I could see its
it
eyes.
is protruding the line of safety.
The line of safety
and
is
comfort.
literally-
That ain't
Why is
even a
this so
big
fat?
spider.
But look at that ass. There's
Who
so much
cares if it's
juice
got a-
and shit. The juicier it is, the more
It ate all
fucked
the
up.
Italian beef you didn't use the other day.
Listen,
That's why I still
Angela,
do me a favor.
You've been talking about the
Slowly.
Italian beef, but you're not eating it. What is wrong?
You talking
Dude,
about how great
listen,
beef
I
is
ate-
and you ain't eat it.
Bullshit, dude. I ate like a pound and a half of it by myself.
That sounds like an appetizer to you.
Like,
Hey, are you gonna get fat over there like
God.
when you went over there for the hurricane?
I don't know, bro. But the spider don't make me like get skinny. I hate
Holy
spiders,
shit.
bro. Like, and it's just looking at
Kill
me
it.
too. Like, move, don't move towards me, but move, so I know you ain't thinking about biting me.
Holy
I don't know
shit.
where the other one went. The other one was over there, so it's in here somewhere. Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Oh, she made a jump.
She made a jump. Man, this is great. Look at how scared he looks.
Yo, I don't like spiders, dude.
He looks so scared.
I don't like spiders, dude.
Just kill it, man. Kill it with
I
your
can't-
hand.
I'll hit my head on the door.
Just smack it.
Because the trajectory and velocity I need to go, I'm gonna fucking hit my head right on the bottom of that door.
You know,
And
there was I got a spider killing story that I'm gonna share with you.
What's
I
that?
was playing a video game, so I'm wearing my shorts and a t-shirt. I got no shoes on, no socks on, nothing. And all of a sudden, in the center of my white blinds, I can see from my peripherals, there's a black spot directly parallel to my eyesight in the middle of my white blinds. So I look over there, and there's just this big ass wood spider, and he's just hanging out on my damn blinds. So I
yeah.
shout out, "Hey, get me the killer! Like, get me the roach killer or whatever it is." And
Uh-huh.
nobody answers me, right? Nobody fucking answers me. So
God, bro, I can see the fangs from here, dude.
I walk to the garage and I go get the killer, and I come back in the living room, and guess what? The spider is no longer sitting where it was sitting, and I know this motherfucker's on the other side of the blinds. I know he is. I know it. So what do? I walk over to the blind thing and I pull him down and I flip the blinds over and there he was and he knows I was looking for him. So he starts running down the blind and I throw the couch out of the way and he gets on the floor and he starts running toward me. Now I'm spraying the killer at him, but he's like just an inch in front of me every time, an inch in front of me. Like I wasn't leading him with my shot, I was following him. So I finally said, fuck it. And I stomped on that big ass nigga with my bare feet. And his body just went, boo! There was pieces everywhere. It was massive. It was done. I stomped on a spider with my bare foot, man.
Hell
And
no.
you are standing there like a 5-year-old kid, fucking staring this goddamn spider down. Squid, you are bigger than the spider. You
I
are
know,
bigger than the
but it could-
spider.
It has 8 legs and moves quicker.
Fucking smash that shit.
Them bitches fucking operate perfect in space. They ain't from this world.
Oh my god.
I don't
Bro,
disagree with that.
they had a
This is too
fucking
funny.
thing done where they brought spiders into space and then they're like scary good in space.
Yeah.
Like it freaked out the astronauts. Yeah, they're just perfect. Everything they did.
Made for space. All right. So
Ah,
we know that there's some awesome
Cut
Italian
that.
beef that you are refusing to eat.
why
And
does
now
it
the
look like
spiders
it's
are
getting
feasting.
bigger?
We know that the pizza's better, but more expensive. We know that your ass is getting taxed like a motherfucker, and you listening to a train every 30 minutes. So Chicago sounds pretty good.
It's a nice ass area. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's 2 parks in it and shit. It's a really nice area, but it's
2
expensive.
parks?
Yeah,
They got,
I
they
got
2
one
parks?
on the same street and one around the corner.
No
Like
shit.
literally right around the corner.
Which park is better? The one on the same
The-
street or the one around the
the-
corner?
The one right around the corner.
Always. It's always the one around the corner.
Hey, you know what? There's 2 of them,
There you go.
and there ain't no fucking garbage pipes or needles laying in it either. It's nice.
Oh, you gotta like that. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, but it's expensive. There's a reason why these areas are expensive. Shit, they're very wanted. That's for sure. They got some big ass spiders. Why is it so fat?
Damn, you just staring at it too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you
juice.
stare at that spider.
Oh! Alright, so it ran away in some fucking crack. It's out of the home premises.
Why don't you
area.
close the garage door so it don't come back?
What do
Yeah.
you think I'm doing?
Oh, okay. I was just making sure. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Spider won the standoff.
I ran away. Technically, I won.
I like the way you see things.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. So, did anybody send that we're streaming to anyone that we know?
I didn't text anybody. Why don't you text your people? They know where to find
Okay.
us.
So you know that I gotta take my phone apart and like message people.
Why
Yes.
why don't you use a different phone for that?
Because I'm not rich like some people who have multiple phones.
There's more. You have like 3 phones at your house.
What are you talking
Listen,
about?
here we go again. Multiple devices to do one thing.
Listen, Angelo. You listen here.
Hey, it
You
works.
How do I share this?
Oh, you gotta
Because
be
I'm
joking.
sure Nicole's using her phone. I
could ask
I don't
Nicole to
wanna-
share it.
guess I could. Hey Nicole, can you share the show to like my sister and my mom and whoever else you think would watch it? Are you guys still here?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, I don't know where Angela went.
I heard this. Maybe the spider got him.
Maybe. I think the spider got him. I really do.
Let's
I
see.
mean, that spider had his attention, boy. I mean, he probably threw the phone at the spider or didn't charge his phone.
It's true.
One
should-
or the two. One of the two. So why are you messing with the picture?
What do you mean?
It was fine. My picture shrank. It's like I'm a little TV inside the electric box. Now you're expanding it.
I don't know. You did. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I haven't
Did
done
you turn
anything.
it? Why does it look vertical?
I don't know. My phone's not vertical though, it's sideways.
There it goes. I don't know what was that
Huh.
about.
That was weird.
Yeah,
Anyway, so I told you guys last week that I was going to talk about a few movies coming out that I'm excited about. And to be honest with you, I'm excited about a lot of movies that are coming out. So instead of talking about all the movies that are coming out over the next couple months, I'm just going to talk about the movies that are coming out in the next couple weeks. So, I mean, obviously, I'm excited for the Joker. That's like number one. You know, the Joker comes out on October 4th. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody wants to know what's going on with this movie. I'm dying to find out. So, I'm going to go see that Joker movie. Hell yeah. Be excited for that. There's another movie that's coming out. It's called The Golden Glove. And I don't know, Mark, when you hear The Golden Glove, don't you think of boxing?
Yeah, that's what I thought when you told me about it. I was like, oh, boxing movie?
Right?
What is it about?
That's what and the thing is, like, you know how all the movies have like a little poster for it
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, whatnot? Well, this movie called The Golden Glove, there's a white guy with a face that is just knotted up. I mean, knotted up. So when I saw it, I said, this is a boxing movie. Let me see what it's all about. It's not a boxing movie at all. This movie is about a serial killer who wreaks havoc in a city called Hamburg, set in the 1970s.
So why is it called the Golden Glove?
It doesn't explain why.
That's weird.
Interesting.
Interesting.
In its description, it does not explain why. So I'm thinking like maybe it's his trademark, maybe it's, I don't know what it is. But it caught my attention because I really like serial killer movies. I like knowing about serial killers. I don't know why. I just find it an interesting subject. Just like, mafia is an interesting subject. You learn about people in the mafia and stuff like that. So I don't know. It sounds really interesting to me. That actually comes out next week, and I don't really recognize any of the actors in it, which I like because you're not going to have like a plot cast to the actor. So I'm excited to see it. So that's definitely going to be a go-to movie.
What movie?
It's a movie called The Golden Glove. And it's about a serial killer wreaking havoc in the city of Hamburg in the 1970s. So it looks really interesting. And it looks kind of twisted and demented. So I don't know. We'll find out. So another movie that's coming out, and I didn't even know that they were making this movie. I'm excited to watch it because I want to know if they got closer to what we want, which is the movie Doom: Annihilation. So
I didn't know they were making it either.
I had no idea either. And again, this is a movie with a bunch of actors in it that nobody's ever heard of. Probably B-list actors or up-and-coming actors. And I mean, I don't recognize any of the names, but definitely a movie I'm going to go watch because I was a super fan of Doom. I played all the Dooms when I was growing up on my dad's computer. He used to let me play those games even though I was like 10 years old. Just running around shooting demons and shit.
They look pretty crazy.
So I'm excited.
The
I'm
pictures
excited
of the
to see
demons
it.
look pretty crazy.
Yeah, they look really crazy looking. I mean, pretty gnarly. So I'm excited to watch that. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna suck, but it's a guilty
know.
pleasure of mine to watch
What
video
if
game
what
movies.
if it doesn't? And
That
putting
would be
professionals in a movie like The Rock ruin movies, maybe
Mhm.
like that.
It could be. Could be, but the acting really wasn't what fucked up that movie. It was just the whole. It didn't seem like a Doom movie. It's like Alien entitled Doom. That's what it seemed like. To
Yeah.
me, at least. And then it's ironic that I mentioned Aliens because I didn't even know they were making this movie. And honestly, I don't understand why the movie Aliens or Alien would need an origin story, but they're giving us one. It's called Memory, and then it has a semicolon on it, and it says the origin of Alien. So
That would be
I'm a big
interesting.
fan. I'm a big fan of the Alien franchise. I mean, I think the worst thing they ever did was merge it with Predator and try to make Predator versus Alien into a movie. I enjoyed the video game, but I didn't like that idea. Those movies were terrible,
I really
and
don't
it
know.
got worse with the sequel.
I don't know. I was hyped with the process and the thought of it, and that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, Top said.
Yeah,
The idea
But-
of it was really good.
I don't know. Top
But
said,
the
yeah, bitch, but I don't
product-
know what that means.
yeah. The product though was not what we were expecting.
No, it wasn't.
Not
We
at
thought it would be like a big fucking war of like aliens versus predators or something like crazy like that,
Yeah, that would
That's
have been
a-
cool.
but it wasn't.
No, it was not.
What's up, Top?
But there's a movie. Tops. What's going on, brother? The big
yeah.
time is showing us.
Yeah, we know about you liking cookies. You
like a lot
you
of cookies.
could be the Cookie Monster, the taller, skinny version.
He's the Cookie Tops.
Cookie
Cookie
Tops.
Tops. I like it. So I was really happy with Prometheus and I can't remember what the sequel's called, but they came out with a sequel which was also really good. I like how they did that with the aliens, and I thought that was the origin story, honestly, because it happens before Ripley and before the Marines and all that shit. So I thought those were the origin stories, and I guess not. Now we're gonna have another origin alien movie, and just because I'm nostalgic,
I thought
was
the
a
same
big
thing
fan
as
of
you.
those,
I thought that was the origin.
you know.
I did. I thought it was, and it wasn't.
So let's find out. Let's see how it goes, man. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm a huge fan of the franchise, and those are the 4 movies coming out in the next 2 weeks that I'm excited to watch.
Very nice.
Fuck
Very
that
nice.
spider.
So you were
So what-
saying earlier, dude, that
What?
you weren't sure if the Golden Glove was real. It's a real story. So it's about
is it? So it's based
yeah.
on a real story.
yeah. So this guy who was a serial killer in Germany between 1970 and 1975 hid the body parts of 4 women. And it wasn't until they found
The
it that they
hell?
figured it out who it was. Yeah.
Wow. So it might be a foreign movie.
Foreign movies are usually pretty good when it comes to thrillers and horror gore.
The Germans know how to make a good horror movie.
And I guess the name of the movie comes from the pub that is surrounding the area where the murders happened. The pub was called the Golden Glove. That was what it was called.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that. Glad
It
you found
looks-
that out.
That dude looks crazy. I would
Doesn't he though, Dot?
I would think I was gonna die too if I saw that face. It's crazy. It is.
That's what
it's
That's what the spider said when he saw Angela.
like this is what Angelo sees when he sees the spider. Is that guy's face?
So, Angela, let me ask you something. Was it that your phone lost battery, or did you throw the phone at the spider?
See,
We thought you were
what had
dead,
happened
bro.
was
We thought you were a goner.
I actually almost died once because of a spider. But besides that, I literally plugged it into the wall, and as soon as I plugged it into the wall, I seen the little lightning bolt go on for the Android symbol, and then it still died, and I was just like, it's like getting an ice cream cone and the scoop just falling right off. It was very, very unpleasant. It was not enjoyable. So, like, it was horrible. So yeah, my phone lost battery. I'm horrible with that. Like, I'm so bad when it comes to charging my phone.
So I screw up the audio, and you lose your
Yeah.
your phone power all the time.
Yeah.
And
Next, you're gonna see Marco getting a generator just for my phone. Ooh,
You'll
that
still
just gave me an
manage it.
idea.
You'll still manage
I
to
don't-
lose power though.
Exactly. I don't
probably.
think I don't think a generator would. You would have to still plug it into the generator.
Right.
What he has to do is create a battery that's like doesn't die and then send it to you.
I was about to say, like, what if I was able to like make a friction force generator or alternator
Look, I found a
to
picture
charge
of
a
this
battery
guy.
just from simply walking and swinging my arms.
So they're able
Oh,
to see
check it.
right now the guy's face from the movie,
I,
and he looks like
That guy-
Angelo looks when he's trying to kill a spider.
That's exactly
that's
how
a
you
fly.
look, bro. You are fish-eyed,
can't-
and
I can't
Yeah,
see
he's,
this dude.
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. You're gonna have to watch the show and look at that dude's face.
It's very blocky right now. My connection sucks. Well, my upload speed suck.
He looks pretty crazy. So I mean, that caught my attention, and when I saw that face, I thought of boxing for some reason.
He looks like he's been punched in the face a lot. His eyeballs lopsided. His teeth are all crooked. It looks like he's been
He's got
punched in
a-
the face a lot.
Oh shit.
Got a deviated septum.
Oh my god.
He's like one of those people that have like brain damage as a young kid from like having like hyperactivity or whatever you call hypertension, to where they just like slam their head up against the wall.
Holy shit!
Like
That sounds
there's
terrible.
kids out there, they for some reason they just feel the need to like slam their head and face into like a wall or something, and they'll repeatedly do it no matter how beat up, like banged up they get. They'll just keep going.
I don't know.
That's horrible.
That is horrible. I'm glad
So
you brought it to
horrible.
our attention.
Yeah. Well, he looks like one of those people that just kept living,
Just kept living on.
just
I
kept
guess
going.
nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
So there is a couple movies that'll get an honorable mention. That's coming out. One of them is Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh yeah, the
I'm
reboot.
excited for this movie. Yep.
It's
very
it's a
excited for
reboot
this
of their own movie. Like,
Yeah, aren't they in
it's
there
gonna be
movie too?
interesting. And they call their fans, like, they're like, they make fun of themselves in their own movie, and then they call their own fans idiots if they go and see it.
Yeah, it's
Like,
great.
It's
I love
it's
it.
hilarious. Like,
Mhm.
and the funny thing is, like, that's gonna draw even more people.
Oh yeah.
Just from that narcissistic,
absolutely.
like, sarcasticness. Like, it's just it's funny.
It's the message that he's sending, man. It's just the message. Like is that Kevin Smith himself think that reboots are stupid. Like why would you reboot the same movie? Like why wouldn't you just create a different movie? Like why reboot? We've seen the movie already. We already know. You know what happens. Now you're just gonna watch different people do it. That's he's making fun of that. It's
You,
the message underlining everything.
you know what I think sucks about this trend of nostalgia and shit is all these materialistic things between films, clothing, vehicles, how they're restyling, like the body shape and everything. It's like it all comes from the same generation. Now, I'm not trying to bash any generation, but this, less is more mentality that we're dealing with our current leaders fucking sucks. It really sucks all around. Like, I can't stand it. So, like, what I'm saying is movies that are rebooted and everything goes along with it, because, like you said, it's the same fucking shit. They're just tweaking some things, or they add this, or they take one out and add different. Like, it's very annoying. I am not pleased by it. That's for sure.
That doesn't sound quite the
Oh.
same, but I kind of get what you're saying.
No,
Like-
my ex-wife, texted me the other day. I was out to breakfast, and she texts me, "The guy that plays Deadpool, that's Ryan Reynolds, right?" I was like, "Yeah." And it's like, he also played the X-Weapon in Origins Weapon. That's the same guy, right? And I was like, "Well, yeah, but no."
Bro,
I
I don't know
understand
how.
what you're saying, but no, it's not. The reason he made these Deadpool movies was because they ruined that character so badly in the origin movies. Like, he's not Weapon X. He is not that. Like, that's not whatever what they did was merging all the mutant powers into Deadpool. That's not what Deadpool is.
But
Deadpool is what those movies are. So
you know what's crazy about that though is when they refinished and they added multiple endings to it. One of the grand finale endings with him going back in time and everything and basically
yeah, he
redoing stuff.
kills
They go back
he
to
kills
that scene
that
because that's
Deadpool,
him.
yeah, to make fun of it.
Like
Yeah,
this
to
is
make fun of it.
oh my god. Like I think that's
In
one
the
of the
first
greatest endings.
movie, in the first movie, he makes fun of the time that he played the Green Lantern.
Yeah. Yeah, he did
So
that too.
Mhm.
he's all like, just make it no green spandex. Like, fuck that guy. That was great. And yeah, man,
Like
that was funny.
you know
What
it's
was the other movie, Marco? What was the other movie that you mentioned earlier? I don't remember what
earlier?
it was. Yeah, because you were surprised it wasn't on my list.
Oh, it was the Breaking Bad movie that's coming out.
Ah, yes. El
that's
Camino.
still coming out.
El Camino. They only
That
have
really
2 actors listed in the movie, though. They only have Jesse listed and Skinny Pete. They don't have anybody else listed in the movie. Like, if you look up that movie in IMDb, like, they have kept it so hush hush. I have no idea what to expect from that movie.
I
But
thought that
Breaking
movie was
Bad
supposed to come
is,
out like a year and a half ago.
I don't know, but all I know is that Breaking Bad was the greatest show ever put on television, and I'm
I won't
saying that
say the
after
greatest,
watching
but it's
Game
up
of
there.
Thrones. Then it's the greatest. It is better than The
Listen,
Sopranos.
I told you from the get, Game of Thrones was nothing but trash. It is booty.
You didn't even watch it, Angela, so you can't say anything.
Because I knew.
Because
I
you
knew
knew.
how trash it was. Like
It
I
wasn't
just, For
trash.
some reason, like it was too good to be true.
You didn't
There
know.
can't be all these people.
No,
like,
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to sit here and talk that much shit about Game of Thrones because
I am.
let me tell you something.
I am.
You can't talk
Game
shit
of
about it until you
Thrones-
watch it. Then you could say something.
Game of Thrones won
I don't
more
need to,
awards
'cause I knew it was
than any
trash.
show. Listen, Game of
Yeah.
Thrones won more awards than any show ever aired on television.
Yeah, and you know what? I bet the main producer of that TV network wish he was Ryan Reynolds and fucking Deadpool going back in time and fixing all those errors. Like,
There's only one error to Game of Thrones. Just
No.
one.
no,
The way it ended.
no.
And you know what? I think I would
No.
have been okay
Listen,
with the way it ended if I got like a crazy serious death of Cersei. If she like died some violent death, I think I wouldn't be saying that the
Violent
Game
deaths,
of
though.
Thrones sucked.
You would have been satisfied with that bitch just perching up next to her and her thinking she's still in control and it's just like,
No, that's not what I'm. No, not at all. Listen,
well, that's how
Cersei,
trash this show is. I
the
would've.
character Cersei is the one character on the show that you just loathe. I mean, completely loathe her. She is so bad, such a bad person on this show that you want her to die like some of the better characters, how they died. Just something really violent, really bad, really just makes you go, holy fuck, I can't believe that shit just happened. The way she dies in the warmth of her lover's embrace, just, caved in for some rocks. It's like, this bitch got off easy. She was the most evilest bitch on the show. And that's how she dies. She gets off light. Like, she gets off easy.
There's some people who got off pretty easy, like Stannis, who burned his own daughter alive. He just got sliced.
But
that was it.
But
and they didn't even show it. They didn't even show him die.
You don't even.
He got to say a speech by a tree about how he failed, and then we just found out later on he was dead. We didn't
Well, I
even
mean,
see
I
him
guess I
kill him.
wasn't. I guess I wasn't as invested in
Like I
that
said,
character,
Well,
Trash.
but
I think
it's
part of
not
what
trash. There's a
hurt it,
lot of cool fucking things about
part
that
of what
show.
hurt it
A lot
for
of
you,
cool
Mo, is that
things.
you had
All
to
I hear
catch
is
up.
bad.
You had to catch up. You had to watch a lot of episodes in a small amount of time.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
right there. If I would have done that, I'm sorry, Marco. If I really would have done that, you talked me into doing that. Me and you would have been fighting.
I'd have
Like
been
I would,
disappointed. I was
I would,
disappointed.
I would have egged your house at least once.
So
Mid-daylight, as you're
Game of
coming out,
Thrones,
going to work, just like, yeah, I'm doing this in front of you. Yep.
Game of Thrones is ranked number 3 to me. Number 1 is Breaking Bad. Number
Doesn't
2 is
even get on the
Sopranos.
top 100.
Number 3 is Game of Thrones. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know why Mark's sitting here trying to explain anything to you. You made me sit through 2.5 hours of this trash. This movie right here
I didn't make you do anything.
is trash.
Okay, you are an adult. You're in
Trash.
control of your own actions.
Trash. Garbage. So now I own this piece of garbage because you went to Illinois. I might mail it to you because I don't want this garbage in my
You
house.
really think that movie's trash? Okay, listen. My exact words to you were like, listen, visually as a movie, it sucks, but the storyline I think is pretty good. Now the acting sucked. The people who played the characters, I believe, were not meant to be in those parts at all. It was just awkward from the get. Okay, I'll give you that. But I'm saying the idea and the actual storyline, not what they showed, I think it was good. As an audiobook, I like it.
Okay. As a movie, it sucked.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like
It happens all
they
the time.
sucked. They fucked up. Listen, okay,
All the
it's a
time.
true. Okay, they did that movie like Fox does their movies. Okay, good storyline, wrong people, worst acting, shit, but it was a good story. Like, I think it was good at least.
It's funny how you mentioned Fox, but this is a Lionsgate film. I'm usually pretty
Really?
happy
That's a
with
Lionsgate?
Yeah, it's a Lionsgate film.
Well, that's why the storyline was at least good for me.
Well, they did, produce Saw, so that's a winner.
You didn't like Saw, really?
I'm not being sarcastic. Saw is the only horror movie that's come out in the last 30 years that I didn't call.
I think
When
they
that
should have
when
stopped
that
at
dude
like 3 or 4.
when that dude stood up at the end of part 1. No, I'm not talking about the other ones. The other ones is just gore. Like the stories were pretty cool, but it was mostly gore. But the first one, amazing movie. When the guy stood up in the fucking middle of the floor at the end of the movie, I was like, what?
Yeah.
This nigga was there the whole time? Really? And when the fucking doctor saws off his foot, the energy, the acting was just like you believe this nigga just sawed off his foot.
Yeah.
He really did. The sound, it was wow. It was just wow. The first movie, amazing. Every other Saw, it's worth a watch. If you like gory shit, you'll enjoy it. The storyline is pretty perplexed. It's very intelligent, but it's just gore. It's all gore.
Speaking of gore, Captain Spaulding died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple days ago. Either yesterday or the day before yesterday.
That was
died.
a cool character.
80 years old. He's Dusty.
Oh, well. At least he gave us House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're done with 3 in Hell. Or the 3 from Hell.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it out already?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I gotta see that.
I think it's coming out, because if it was out already, I would have watched it. Speaking of watching, I seen Ad Astra. Listen, that was not what I expected, that's for sure. Is it
Ad-
worth any nominees whatsoever? No. Was the
Ada
storyline
Shaw
good?
was
Yes.
worth a Ada
Was
ass.
was
Ada
the acting
ass.
good? Yes. Was the graphics and scenery on point? I've never been to space, but from what I've seen, yes. Do I think it's worth any awards though? No. It's definitely off the award list.
How did Brad
And I'm
Pitt do?
disappointed because no, the acting was great. Between him and Jones, like it was really good.
I'm still gonna watch it. I said I'd watch it, so I'll
Oh,
go
definitely
watch
watch it. If you're not a space junkie, a lot of the dramatization of what goes on you may not get and be a little bored of it. But it's I wouldn't spend $17 to go see it, but it was definitely worth the watch.
it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we talked about a bunch of different things.
It's definitely
Again,
that time.
I'm gonna keep it rolling. If you can guess where Tony is tonight, please hit me up with a comment. You may get something for free.
And
Mark will make sure that I know you commented because he wants me to give you something for free.
I'm surprised nobody commented nothing last week.
well,
I even
not only
told
that,
them
you know what? How about
to
this?
comment.
If you can guess where After Harley is, you may get something free. If you can guess where Tony is, you may get something for free.
Or are you gonna
If you
get
can
somebody
guess
for
where
some?
they both are, okay, we'll work out something nice. We'll work out something real nice.
I just like how he was
Totally.
just like, "I'll be on again shortly, guys." So I just texted him,
Yeah.
"When's shortly? What does shortly mean? Shortly,
Well,
like
it doesn't
in a couple weeks.
I
Shortly,
I
in a couple
know what
episodes.
After Harley's doing. I know exactly what
He's-
After Harley's doing. He's playing Borderlands.
Borderlands 3.
That's what I think After Harley's doing. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Well, anyways, thank you
Brian.
so much, Hawk. Please share, like, follow, do all that kind of stuff. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Thank you so much. You guys want to say goodnight?
Hawks,
Well, Hawks has been fun.
just copy. Say something. Say anything so Mo has to give you something. I don't know where that came from.
Well,
Angela,
you're like cutting
Angela,
out. You're like
what's-
Hawks.
What's behind? What is that from the curtain behind you, bro? Angela.
What?
I think your friend
Oh
came
shit.
back. I think your friend
Oh,
came back
shit.
for you.
Listen,
Dude, it's right behind you.
listen. I can see into the camera that there's nothing behind me.
It's right behind you, right where your left ear fucking meet. There's this little area, dude. It's right there. Turn around, nigga. Or you know what?
Listen,
Don't
that
turn
is
around.
my mic.
Just walk away. No, from right there, dude. Just walk away from
You
where you
can't
are.
see from right there because you're
Whatever,
pointing to
he'll-
the ceiling right
He'll
now.
figure it out once we end.
Dude.
We were just hoping that he would panic while on the air, but he'll panic when he gets off. You should have seen earlier. I should have recorded that earlier. That would have
You
been
did.
a standoff.
It was
You
on
did.
live.
We
It
were
was
live
on
when that
live.
happened.
Like I
We were
took
live.
up
When he
so
is-
much time with that. Like
That was great. And then his phone died, and we thought he threw his phone at the spider.
He would have done it. He would
Anyway.
have done it.
Yeah, he would have. All right, guys. Good night, man. Thank
Good
you,
night,
Hawks.
everybody.
See you later.
peace.